Tell your old man I said hi. Stay in touch. Shorty, it's gonna be okay. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Calhoun? I have a job for you.
Now let me guess. You want me to track down your wife, right?
No, it's about my daughter.
Well, who will I be working for?
I can't say.
You can't say. Well, call me back when you can. I don't do business like that. It's been a pleasure chatting with you.
Wait, I meant I can't say over the phone. I want to come in tonight with my wife. Is that okay?
Well, my office closes at 7. Anytime before that.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Okay.
Mr. Calhoun? Mr. Calhoun? Mr. Calhoun? I called earlier. We have an appointment today.
Yeah, right. Sorry. Please. Have a seat.
Sorry my wife couldn't make it. My name is Andrew Wright. Could you not do that?
Sure. So, what can I do for you?
This is my daughter, Allison. She's 17 years old. She's been gone now almost 9 months. In the beginning, there's lots of media coverage. The story ran and ran, locally, nationally, headline after headline. Police call us every day, asking us questions, come to the house, picking up stuff. And then 2 months in, it all just came to a halt. Calls stopped coming in. Police stopped coming to the house. The media stopped covering the story. It's like nobody cares.
How old is this photograph?
It's about a year old.
Right before she disappeared.
It's our last vacation in Florida.
Can you tell me what happened the day she went missing?
There's not much to say. We drove her to school. We went to pick her up. She didn't come out.
She seemed all right to you when you dropped her off that morning.
Yes.
Nothing was up.
No.
Did Allison have a boyfriend at the time of her disappearance?
No. Not that we know of. That doesn't mean there wasn't one.
Any boyfriends before that?
A couple. Nothing serious.
Did you meet them?
Briefly.
Did Allison ever express any desire to travel or to leave?
No.
What about her friends? Have you spoken to them?
Not personally. The police did in the beginning.
They didn't know anything?
No.
Well, I'll take a list of her friends' names and addresses anyway. Be good to follow up with them again.
You'll find all the names, addresses, and phone numbers there, including the schools.
So, what sort of a stage would you say you're at with the police right now?
We're not at any stage. They call once in a while, that's about it. In the beginning, they said they had some good leads.
Did they tell you what they had?
No. It was difficult in the beginning. We put out that reward. They had to field a lot of calls. They said they would sort through the calls and the paperwork and call us back.
Did they get back to you?
Not in the way we would have liked.
What do you mean?
Every time they call, they said there's nothing new to report. It's a continuing investigation. And the detectives are following up on all possible leads. If there was new information, wouldn't they tell us?
They should. What was the date of Allison's disappearance?
October 19th.
And when was the last time anyone saw her?
The afternoon of the 19th. She went to 2 classes in the early afternoon and missed the last. She has biology with her friend Nicole. They're going to meet by the lockers. Allison never arrived.
Were there any cameras at the school?
The police checked the cameras, but they didn't reveal anything.
By the way, did you tell the police you were thinking about hiring a private investigator?
No.
Good. Let's keep it that way. The less they know about me, the better.
Where do we go from here?
Well, at a time that's convenient for you, I'd like to come by your house. I'd like to look through Allison's room again. Not that I'll find anything significant, but it's just something I'd like to do. After that, I'll work my way through this. The police have had a look through this, presumably.
Yes.
Did they find anything?
No. They give it back to us. Do you think it's a possibility that she's alive?
I want to be frank with you, Mr. Wright. The first couple of days in missing person cases are crucial. The longer time goes by, the more you're playing with the percentages. Sometimes we can find somebody 5 days, a week, maybe 2 weeks after they've vanished, but for the most part, if they haven't resurfaced after the first 48 hours, it's because they've gone missing for good or they just didn't want to come home again.
Do you think she's alive?
There's always a chance.
How much is this going to cost?
My rate is $90 an hour, plus 55 cents a mile and any other case-related expenses.
All right.
If it's all right, I'd like to come by your house tomorrow morning.
Sure, I'll be around. Susan will be at work, though.
That's fine.
Thank you very much.
Call me John.
on in. Can I take your shoes off?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Did you find the place okay?
Yeah, I've got GPS on my cell.
Awesome. Do you want something to drink?
Beer'd be good.
Well, we have coffee, tea.
Coffee. Black's good.
All right. I'm not sure what it is that you do, but Allison's room is upstairs. If you want to head up there on your own, that's fine, or I could go with you.
I took around myself, but I do have some questions for you.
Sure. Let's go to the living room.
So let's talk about October 19th, day Allison went missing. Did you always drop her off at school?
Most days.
Some mornings you didn't?
Well, if I had to go into work early, Susan would pick her up.
So who dropped her off on the 19th?
Susan.
Did she pick her up as well?
No, I picked her up.
What happened that day when you went to pick her up?
I parked in the same place as usual, and she didn't come out. She went in, she didn't come out.
What grade was Allison in?
She was a senior, straight A student, always on the honor roll, never in trouble.
Did you ever meet any of her teachers?
At parent-teacher conferences.
What were they like?
They're nice. She was a good student.
Did Allison have a part-time job anywhere?
At a local grocery.
Did she like it?
Made her some extra money.
Who else worked there?
Names. You'd have to go and ask.
What about places she used to go?
She used to go to places on the weekend with her friends. Sometimes they go in the city. But you'd have to ask them.
What about places you used to take her?
We try to go on a vacation once a year. We've been everywhere. Vegas, Disney, Hollywood.
You think there's any chance she might have gone to one of those places?
I don't know why she left in the first place.
So, as far as you know, she didn't have a boyfriend, right?
As far as I know.
Is that your gut feeling?
My gut feeling is that she met someone. And she left. I think that's our best hope.
Yeah, I think that's worth pursuing. You know, kids Allison's age, they usually go missing for a couple of reasons. Either they're unhappy at home or they run off with someone, probably someone their parents didn't approve of. Now, it doesn't seem to me that Allison was unhappy here, so that's why I'm asking about boyfriends. Now, we might find out that Allison hasn't run off with anyone. We might find out that she has.
Well, if she'd run off with someone, wouldn't she have seen all the press conferences we did? The Allison I know wouldn't have ignored them. She wouldn't have ignored all the pain she put us through. She would have called us. Find anything?
Not sure yet. Mind if I take this laptop and these photos?
Of course. I've been through those pictures 100 times. Some days you feel like you missed something, you go back and you look and you find exactly what you found before. The police have seen them too. Maybe this whole thing just needs a fresh pair of eyes.
Do you know where she is here?
No,
You didn't take it?
no.
Any idea who might have?
One of her friends?
I think I've got enough to get started. I'm gonna head out.
Let me walk you out.
So I'm staying at the Farrington Inn, room 35, in case you can't reach me by cell. And I'd like to talk to your wife. Alone.
Sure. I'll call and let her know.
I'll stop by tomorrow morning.
All right.
My name is John Calhoun. I'm a private investigator doing some work for Allison Wright's parents. Can you tell me what happened?
We already told the police everything we know.
I know you did. I know you both helped out a lot. I'm just here to make sure they didn't miss any small things. Now, you're not in any trouble. I'm just here to help Allison's parents find out what happened to her. So when was the last time you saw her?
At lunch. She said 5, didn't she, Nicole?
Nicole, can you tell me what happened?
Allison and I had lunch. We were supposed to meet at the science wing near the locker rooms, but she didn't show up.
Why meet at the lockers?
We always do that.
Did she seem alright to you that day?
Fine.
She didn't seem off color or like she was worried about anything?
No,
Just like her normal self,
pretty much.
pretty much.
Look, like I told the police, she had a headache for a couple of days. Nothing major. Just a little fuzzy in the head.
Did Allison get along with all of her teachers?
Yeah, she was such a good student.
Was she close to any one of them in particular?
No.
Now, her dad said she used to work at a local grocery store.
Oh, but that place closed long time ago.
Okay. Did she meet anyone while she was working there?
I don't think so. No one besides Dan.
Who's Dan?
Dan Moreau.
They were friendly together? Do you have an address for him?
Yeah. 40 Gold Street, apartment 4A.
They went out for a while?
Yeah, they went out for like a couple months.
But when was that?
Like a year ago.
So right before she disappeared.
Yeah, he was a hard work though.
Is that why they split up?
I don't know. All what I know is like one day she just called him and broke up with him.
How'd he take it?
He was very upset because he really liked her. But she seems to be fine.
Was he still working at the store when Allison disappeared?
I think so.
So they still spoke.
Yeah, I think so.
They got along pretty well.
I would say so.
Did either of you take this?
No.
You don't recognize it? Nicole?
No.
Can we go?
Sure. Right here. Take my card in case you remember anything else. Thank you, ladies. John Calhoun.
John is Noodles.
Noodles, thanks for getting back to me.
No problem. Sorry it's so late. So I got what you want here. There's a lot of cars.
How many?
274 cars.
Now, that sounds like a fun night. Any calls after October 19th of last year?
No. How come?
That's what I'm trying to find out. Hey, any chance you could email me that information?
Yeah, I'll PDF it. It will be there in a couple of minutes.
Okay. Yeah, thanks.
You got my new job of details?
Yeah, I got it. Listen, I'm probably going to need you for something in a bit, though.
Yeah, no problem.
Hello?
Hey, I'm going to email you back 18 different phone numbers. I need as many details as you can get on each one.
Sure.
Yeah, I need names and addresses for each one. Anything else you can find, just add that in as part of your fee.
This isn't going to be a quick job.
Yeah, that's fine. Just get what you can and call me back.
You got it.
Can I get you something to drink or?
No, thanks. I'm good.
So, what have you got?
Well, at the moment, I'm just following the same leads that the police had. I just want to make sure they didn't miss anything. Maybe you can tell me about those last few weeks.
There's not a lot to tell. I dropped Allison off the morning she disappeared.
So she seemed all right to you that day?
Yeah, fine. Perfectly fine. She was always such a positive force. I don't know where she got it from, because Andrew and I can both be temperamental. It's probably why she was such a great student, because she just kept everything on an even keel. She never got overly excited. She never got depressed. She was really an amazing girl.
What can you tell me about Daniel Maroon?
Not a lot. They dated for a little while.
Did you meet him?
Yes, several times.
And how long did they go out for?
Not long, just 2-3 months.
What was he like?
Struck me as a very nice, level-headed young man.
Did Allison love him?
Oh, no, nothing like that. I mean, I think that was the problem.
How do you take the split?
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm just trying to work all the angles here.
Well, he was upset. I mean, any young man would be. But, I mean, as I said, Daniel was really a very level-headed guy. I mean, if you're going down the road of Daniel Maroon, you're headed in the wrong direction.
Why? Did the police already talk to him?
Yes, I think they had a theory similar to yours.
So, Allison, did she start dating anyone else after that?
No. Andrew and I talked to her, and we really said it's better for you to just focus on your studies.
Do you recognize this photograph?
It was in her room.
Do you know where she is here?
No. Why?
Don't you think she looks different here? Her face.
Her face?
I don't know. She just seems different here than the other photos. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's nothing. I just think it'd be helpful to find out who took that photo, that's all.
Probably one of her friends.
So just to backtrack for a second. Allison never mentioned being in another relationship after Daniel Maroon, right?
No.
Susan, do you want to find your daughter?
Of course I do. What kind of question is that?
I'm just asking because I feel like I'm missing out on something here.
What do you mean?
I feel like you're not being completely honest with me. I need you to tell me everything, even if it's a suspicion or a hunch.
And I think you need to leave.
What?
Get out of my house, Mr. Calhoun.
Susan, I didn't mean
Get out of my house before I call the police.
Okay, fine. I'm going. Oh, shit. Hello.
Susan told me what you accused her of today. Do you really think she would hold back
Now,
something
hold on a
important?
minute.
No, you hold on. Don't you ever accuse my wife of getting in the way of finding Allison.
No, I didn't accuse her of anything.
I'm paying you to be an investigator, not some amateur hour psychologist.
So let me explain.
You really think she doesn't want Allison found?
Of course not.
Then why did you say that?
But she seemed hesitant.
About what?
About everything.
Our daughter has been missing for the last 9 months. Do you have any idea what that's like? No, you don't. You have no idea.
Now, are you going to apologize?
Hey, listen, Andrew. I don't know either of you very well. I'm just going off of a gut instinct. If that proves out to be wrong, then I'll apologize.
You insulted her.
Yeah, it won't happen again.
No, it won't. I think we're done here.
What are you talking about?
I cannot have you in the house with Susan around.
This is ridiculous.
Put Allison's things in a box and mail them to us. Write down any new information that you have and include it.
Don't you think you're being a little extreme? Andrew. Calhoun speaking. Hello? Hello, who is this?
Mr. Calhoun, it's Nicole. You said to call you if I...
Nicole. Yeah, there's been a change. I'm no longer working on this.
There's something you should know about Allison. I'm sick and tired of having to lie all the time.
Okay.
I don't want to have to say it over the phone. Can you pick me up?
Yeah, sure. Where are you? Listen, Nicole, I just want you to know, I don't care what you've done. I I just want to find Allison. So, what is it that you have to tell me?
Allison was pregnant.
Are you sure?
Yes.
When did you first find out?
The week before she disappeared.
What happened?
I went to her house one day to work on a biology project. About an hour after I got there, she said she needed to puke.
Was it the first time she'd felt like that?
No. She'd been sick all that morning, and then it continued throughout the week. She said she'd eaten something bad.
You didn't believe her.
No,
So she told you?
eventually. She said she'd taken a pregnancy test when the headaches and throwing up wouldn't go away.
Did you ask her who the father was?
Yes.
What'd she say?
This is where it gets confusing. This is why I didn't want to say anything.
Go on.
Allison worked in a day camp. She met someone there.
Did she tell you his name?
No,
Why?
he was much older. 10 or 15 years older. She didn't want him to get in trouble.
Did she tell you anything about him?
No.
Did she describe him, like how he looked?
No.
Did she say how many times they'd had sex?
4 times?
How far along was she?
5 or 6 weeks.
So the guy she was sleeping with, did he know about the pregnancy?
Yes, he did.
Listen, Nicole, the police come around asking questions. Don't say anything about the pregnancy. For all intents and purposes, this case is already dead. If they think that I'm snooping around, they might get interested again. If they do come asking you any questions, just tell them about the club, that she might have been seeing someone, but just leave it at that, okay? By the way, what's the name of this club?
Lakeview Day Camp.
Is that in town?
Yes.
Did you go there?
No.
So why didn't you tell the police about this before?
The day that she disappeared, before the police even came, I got a phone call from Dan.
Did he know about her pregnancy? How?
She told him? Or he found out somehow? He told me not to tell the police.
Why?
He said we might be in danger.
From who?
I don't know.
Hello?
John, I got the names and addresses of the 18
Great.
different numbers you wanted.
Yeah, can you email them to me?
Already did.
All right. Listen, I gotta go, and so do you.
What are you doing here?
I need to talk to you and your wife.
We have nothing to say to you.
You're gonna want to hear this. So I got a call from Allison's friend Nicole this morning. Did the police tell you what she said in her statement?
What's that got to do with anything?
Did they?
She was the last person to see Nicole.
That's not it.
What's this about?
Before Allison disappeared, she confided in her friend Nicole.
About what?
And I think she also confided in your wife.
Susan, what's this about?
Andrew, your daughter was pregnant.
That can't be.
That's what Nicole told me.
Why didn't she tell the police?
She said she was going to, and she decided to. She changed her mind.
Why?
Daniel Maroon called her and told her not to because their lives were in danger.
From who?
I don't know.
Who was the father?
Again, I don't know. Allison's friends never mentioned any serious relationships, and neither of you, so if she did sleep with someone, I assume it's a guy that no one ever met.
And you knew about this?
No.
I need you to be honest with me.
I am being honest with you. She never told me she was pregnant. I swear to it.
And you just knew anyway.
I had a feeling something was up. She kept complaining of headaches. She was tired all the time. I thought it was because she'd been studying too hard. After she disappeared, I found a pregnancy test hidden in one of her drawers.
And you didn't tell me.
I didn't know what to do.
You should have gone to the police.
I know.
Why didn't you?
Okay. We need to make sure of a couple of things. The police can't know about this. At least the fact that Susan suspected something. If they think you were hiding information, this thing will go right down the toilet. I'll bring this information to them, but only when the time is right. I'll make it look like I discovered it myself. That'll give us more time to dig a little bit deeper. And Nicole didn't tell us anything. We need to protect her the same way that we're protecting you. Now, lastly, I need to know that you both have told me everything there is to know about Allison. Every fact, every detail. I'm not here to judge her. I just want to find her. I don't care what she's done. I don't care who she's been with. I don't care about the mistakes that she's made. I just want to find Allison. So I need to know if there's anything else that you need to tell me. You need to tell me what it is right now.
There's nothing else. Please find our daughter.
Mr. Maroon? Daniel?
Oh, Jesus. Oh. Fuck!
What's your emergency?
Yeah, I'd like to report a homicide.
Mr. Calhoun, I'm Detective Oak. This is Detective Livingston. Just take it. Okay. Sign that form.
What's this?
That's just to confirm that you're here voluntarily. All right, now that we've got that out of the way, I just want to establish a few ground rules. There's no gray areas here. If you're not under arrest, and we haven't charged you with anything, you're simply here to help us with our investigation. Now, we have no legal responsibility to inform a lawyer that you're here, but if you want a lawyer, you can make a call. So, do you want a lawyer?
No.
Okay then. Let's start from the beginning. Why are you at the house?
I'm on a case.
What case?
I'm a private investigator from New York. Daniel Maroon was linked to the case I'm currently on.
Linked? How?
You know the girl I'm trying to find.
What girl?
Allison Wright.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Since when?
It's just been a few days.
Why did the Wrights come to you?
I guess they felt the police investigation hit a wall.
You know this is an ongoing investigation, right?
I don't think it makes much difference to them. Their daughter hasn't been found, that's all they care about.
But can you see how your presence here complicates things?
I don't know what game you're playing here, but it's not me against you. It's not me against anyone. I'm just trying to find Allison Wright the same way the police are trying to find her.
Have you made any headway?
Some. Not much. I'm just covering the same ground the police were covering 9 months ago.
Like what?
Everything. Friends, family, or school.
So you turn up at the Maroon house because...
Because Daniel Maroon, as you know, used to go out with Allison.
You must have been getting pretty desperate. I mean, you don't go breaking into someone's house unless your case is already gone south.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Looks like we got ourselves a wise ass.
No, sir, just trying to cooperate.
So why did you break into the house?
I didn't break in. The door was unlocked. I went inside, smelled something foul, I got suspicious, I investigated.
So you trespassed?
Which would you prefer? Me trespass or that body lying in that house for 2 weeks, a month, maybe a year?
Bodies. Officers found the bodies of his parents in the master bedroom.
Why would someone want to murder a 17-year-old and his family?
I have no idea.
Really?
Really. I told you I've been on this case less than a week.
Daniel Maroon doesn't seem like the prime candidate for a murder.
I agree.
So why would someone want to do that to him?
I don't know.
And his parents?
I don't know.
Do you think this is related to Allison Wright?
I do.
I'm going to tell you something here, John. Whether unwittingly or not, you step into a situation. And I'm going to need you to step back.
What are you talking about?
I'm asking you to drop the Allison Wright case.
Why would I do that?
As a favor to me.
you got a lead?
I can't discuss that with you.
Well, I'm not dropping a case as a favor to someone I met an hour ago. Has anyone here spoken to the Wrights in the last 2 months?
Of course we have.
And I don't mean calling them and telling them there's nothing new to report. Has it occurred to you to stop by their house and see what kind of state they're in? They spent the last 7 months waiting for the police to find their daughter, the last 2 months waiting for the phone to ring. If you've got a lead, you need to act on it.
Are you telling us how to do our job?
No, I'm telling you that you're messing with people's emotions here. They need something to hang on to. The reason they got me involved is they need to see some progress on this case. They need to feel like they're getting closer to finding their daughter, even if they're not. Now, if you have something to share, you need to share it.
It's not that simple.
Nothing's simple. Have you got a lead?
I can't discuss that with you. It's an ongoing investigation.
Maybe I can help.
I don't think so.
How do you know?
Trust me, I know.
I'm going to level with you here, John. I need you to step back from the case. The only reason I can give you is that by sticking your nose in here, you're jeopardizing a parallel investigation.
Well, we've all got to make a living, right?
This is gonna turn out bad for you, John.
Is that a threat?
No, that's not a threat. We're the police. We don't make threats. We respond to them.
I'm letting you know now, if you impede with this investigation, we will not hesitate to push you aside.
Well, thanks for the heads up.
I'm going to make this easy for you, okay? Daniel Maroon and his parents are part of a murder investigation now. The one thing I want to make absolutely crystal clear for you is this. Don't you even think about looking into the Maroon murder. And don't you even come near us on anything to do with the Wright disappearance. Understood?
Listen to me. We worked every angle you're working on this case, and we worked it better. With more manpower and more experience, and we came up with nothing. Now, that doesn't mean that this case is finished. It just means we're coming at it from a different angle.
Well, if we're done here, I'll be off.
Remember, the Maroon murders are a police matter now. That means the police are dealing with it and we don't need anyone getting in the way. And we absolutely 100% will not be sharing any information until we're ready to do so.
Fair enough. Thanks for the coffee.
So how's it going?
Things are progressing. I've got a few good leads. In fact, one of them is the reason I'm here today.
Is one of those leads Daniel Maroon?
Yeah, at the moment, there's nothing that connects us to Allison other than the fact that she knew him. Does the name Lakeview Day Camp mean anything to you?
Yes, Allison used to work there.
Can you tell me anything else about it?
There's really not a lot more to tell. It was just a summer day camp for kids while their parents were at work. Allison was one of the counselors.
Did you meet the people who ran the place?
No. It was run by a guy named Jack White. And there were 2 or 3 others. I can't remember their names right now.
Did Allison ever mention meeting someone there?
No. Why? You think she ran off with someone she met from there?
Oh, I don't know. Excuse me. Hello?
John, sorry it's taking me a while.
That's okay. What have you got for me?
I got a name and address for the unknown number.
Okay. Thanks. I gotta go. I've got a lot of ground to cover today. Allison? Allison? Sit down. You know why I'm here? I know you killed Allison, right? Now take me to her body.
I didn't kill Allison Wright.
Oh, yeah? Then explain these. Gary, you might have fooled some of the local police, but it's not going to work with me. I know things. I know you met Allison at that youth camp. I know you got her pregnant. I've got cell phone records and everything. Now, are you going to tell me where her body is or not?
You don't understand.
What don't I understand?
I didn't kill Allison Wright. The mystery man did.
What?
About a year ago, I get a phone call from work. This man said that he abducted my wife. I was going to kill her unless I did what he said. At first, I thought it was a joke, but when I got home, my wife was really gone. He called back and he made me listen to her begging for her life. He said if I went to the police, she would be dead. I was scared of him. He told me he wanted Allison Wright in exchange for my wife. I had to make her think that I wanted to be with her, then take her to a warehouse and give her to him. So that's what I did. I made her think that I liked her. I forced myself into her life, and when I had her fooled, I just fed her to him.
What happened to your wife?
She left me as soon as I told her what I did.
What does a mystery man look like?
I don't know. I've never seen him.
You didn't see him at the warehouse during the exchange?
No, I only heard his voice.
Where's the warehouse?
On the outskirts of town.
How do I get in contact with your wife?
You don't. She wants something to do with this. She skipped town. I don't even know where she is.
Damn it.
That's it. You're not going to call the police?
No. I only care about the girl. When the police find out what you did, you're going to prison for a long time. Nobody gets away with what you did.
Oh, God. No! No!